Books and One Click Digital present The Family Jensen Hard Ride to Hell by William Johnstone and J.A. Johnstone, narrated by Jack Garrett. One Click Digital provides free audiobook downloads in partnership with thousands of public libraries. To see if One Click Digital's extensive catalog is available to you, visit your library's website. And now, Hard Ride to Hell.
Book 1, Chapter 1. The two men stood facing each other. One was red, the other white, but both were tall and lean, and the stiff, wary stance in which they held themselves belied their advanced years. They were both ready for trouble, and they didn't care who knew it. Both wore buckskins as well, and their faces were lined and leathery from long decades spent out in the weather. Silver and white streaked their hair. The white man had a gun belt strapped around his waist, with a holstered Colt revolver riding on each hip. His thumbs were hooked in the belt close to each holster, and you could tell by looking at him that he was ready to hook and draw. Given the necessity, his hands would flash to the well-worn walnut butts of those guns with blinding speed, especially for a man of his age. He wasn't the only one with a menacing attitude. The Indian had his hand near the tomahawk that was thrust behind the sash at his waist. To anyone watching, it would appear that both of these men were ready to try to kill each other. Then a grin suddenly stretched across the whiskery face of the white man, and he said, "Two bears, you old red heathen." "Preacher, you pale-faced scoundrel," Two Bears replied. He smiled too, and stepped forward. The two men clasped each other in a rough embrace, and slapped each other on the back. The large group of warriors standing nearby visibly relaxed at this display of affection between the two men. For the most part, the Assiniboine had been friendly with white men for many, many years. But even so, it wasn't that common for a white man to come riding boldly into their village, as the one called Preacher had done. Some of the men smiled now, because they had known all along what was coming. The legendary mountain man Preacher, who was famous, or in some cases infamous, from one end of the frontier to the other, had been friends with their chief Two Bears for more than 3 decades, and he had visited the village on occasion in the past. The two men hadn't always been so cordial with each other. They had started out as rivals for the affections of the beautiful Assiniboine woman Ravenswing. For Two Bears, that rivalry had escalated to the point of bitter hostility. All that had been put aside when it became necessary for them to join forces to rescue Ravenswing from a group of brutal kidnappers and gun runners. Since that long-ago time, when they were forced to become allies, they had gradually become friends as well. Preacher stepped back and rested his hands on Two Bears' shoulders. "I hear that Ravenswing has passed," he said solemnly. "Yes, last winter," Two Bears replied with an equally grave nod. "It was her time. She left this world peacefully, with a smile on her face." "That's good to hear," Preacher said. "I never knew a finer lady." "I miss her. Every time the sun rises or sets, every time the wind blows, every time I hear a wolf howl or see a bird soaring through the sky, I long to be with her again. But when the day is done and we are to be together again, we will be. This I know in my heart. Until then—" Two Bears smiled again. "Until then, I can still see her in the fine, strong sons she bore me, and the daughters who have given me grandchildren." He nodded toward a young woman standing nearby, who stood with an infant in her arms. "You remember my youngest daughter, Wildflower?" "I do," Preacher said. Although the last time I saw her, I reckon she wasn't much bigger than that sprout with her. My grandson, Two Bears said proudly. Little Hawk. Preacher took off his
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.